Hey guys, sorry for getting cut off. I don't know exactly where we got cut off. I'm sure it was no more than like 10-15 seconds. I was just complaining about life and stupid things. And oh yeah, I was saying basically I use these videos as video journals more so than sorry, I'm trying to get something out of my foot, out of my shoe here. I use these videos more as video journals because because they're not popular, basically. One second. Sorry guys, I was having a bit of a spitting fit. See what I was saying when you tie my laces, go in my car. Alright, where are we here? Oh. Okay. Well, I went crashing into a door. No, I just dropped my phone. I'm back, I'm here. I just dropped my phone. I feel very, what's that word? Clumsy right now. Huh. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright, so a couple things I wanted to discuss from the videos. One is, well, let me just, first thing I wanted to actually say is completing my thought of earlier. I make these videos primarily as video journals now because I know they're not very popular. And I've actually found that there's a lot of content on YouTube. Hold on, let me just, hold on. I'm just praying. I pray every day when I get in my car. All the time. I mean, I don't pray all the time. I try to pray a lot. I don't care about judgments. I'm just praying. Of course, everyone is welcome to this channel. You know, as long as you're friendly and respectful. One thing I would just want to make known is this channel may not be appropriate for children at some times, as the swearing and the tobacco and, you know, sometimes marijuana use. So if you know, if you guys have problems with that, definitely move on, right? Okay. Now, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about therapy, like especially like even specific like exposure therapy and specific phobias that a person might have. I'm learning so much on YouTube every day about specific phobias, because I'm very happy to know about these things because at first I didn't know what I had. So having a diagnostic clarification, you know, they thought I had OCD and that's the way I ate and I had this choking, you know, thing. Then they said it was gastroesophageal reflux disease caused by an excess of bacteria in your gut, which is causing acid to regurgitate into your throat, causing the damage of the lining of your swallowing muscles, which is causing your swallowing difficulties. Other people said it was, you know, I got a lot of different diagnoses. Other people said it was social anxiety. And then finally I got a real diagnosis of it being a specific phobia. He called it, my doctor, he called it choking phobia. And I remember first time he said that, I didn't really, I didn't know what he meant by that. Like, did he mean that was a disease? Or was he just trying to explain to me, right, my disease by just saying, well, you know, you have, you know, this choking phobia. Like describing something rather than saying a diagnosis. And I remember thinking, well, what does he mean by this? What is he trying to say, right? And I didn't really think about it. You know how sometimes you hear things and they just like go over your head and then like later you're thinking about them? It's almost like you're just too lost in your own thoughts, in your own brain. And then finally you turn on your flashlight and you're like, oh yeah, that guy said that thing, so I better go back over there and look and see what it means. That's kind of what I kind of started doing. I started learning more about, you know, like I kind of took everything I've known and learned about psychology and made it into these videos. I'm heavily indebted to the book, and I highly recommend everyone gets this book. It's called the OCD Workbook. And I know what you're thinking. Well, hey, I don't have OCD. Doesn't matter. The practices in that workbook are basically the core of what I'm making in these videos. I was basically the whole SUD scale, the subjective units of distress scale, the whole making a list of things of gradually more phobic, more fearful. And picking the lowest one and getting totally comfortable with it until you go to the next one, right? These are all things I've learned from the workbook, and I think they're just, I highly indebted to that workbook. And what I'm thinking to do now, guys, is I'm gonna make videos every day for the rest of my life. I don't see any reason why I'm not going to. What I want to do now, guys, though, is for anyone who is still, listening to me jabber on about my videos, I want to start doing other psychological things like social anxiety. Like, I've been diagnosed with social anxiety, so I want to do a social anxiety vid where I kind of like show you, like, my social anxiety and how it prevents me from doing certain things. Like, I can tell you. I actually want to show you. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just thinking I want to like go back to where I used to live and kind of just videotape my point of view of where because that's where my depression started, like what I was doing there, why I wouldn't leave my room. I think it's very important to kind of go back there and have some sort of closure. I want to go there and I want to just like think about why I didn't leave my room for months and months. It got so bad that I forgot that we lived next to a school, because I would basically wake up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, don't get ready to actually do anything. By wake up, I wake up, and just like turn on the TV. And it isn't until about 3, I probably get ready, maybe 4 if I'm really depressed, sometimes up to 5 or 6. And then after that, I have to have my regular marijuana joint, so I smoke that. And then I basically just disengage from anything happening. My dad was home and he had his issues. Everyone has issues. He was going through things. He was going through a divorce, and I was just checked out. Same with my brother. He was going through some things, just checked out. And I kind of I did that for a long time. So much so that, as I said, I forgot we actually lived next to a school. It was my school. It was my school. I went to the high school. And over years, because I was just tunnel visioned about one thing and one thing only, about my pain and my hurt, and how much it sucks, about everything. I forgot so much about good things, about how I was such a good person, how I was like happy in terms of like I had friends and was like, accepted, respected, and thought of as one of the mates, one of the guys. How they say in UK, one of the mates. Here in Canada, we say one of your boys. One of your boys, one of the guys you can trust and hang out with. I forgot all about that. So I think going back to there, I think this is something I might want to do on a Saturday. I'm going to do this on a Saturday, and because other days, like, I don't know if I'm going to do any other day, because this is tied to me eating. This other thing is more tied to, like, if you're socially anxious and you don't face your social anxiety, you're not going to starve to death. Right? The thing is, if I have choking phobia and I don't face my choking phobia, there's a possibility I can starve to death. So it's not as dramatic, I think, as choking phobia. I'm just thinking that this is important too to focus on, because I don't know, maybe it's not. As I said, these videos are live. I don't really have a lot to like plan in terms of what I'm saying. Maybe it's not. Maybe it might hello. Okay, guys, we're going to a dentist. Look at this. Look at this. I need to also get what do they call those? Nose hair trimmers. Oh, quick example about my social anxiety. Well, it's not really social anxiety. Maybe I had a dentist appointment a month ago. Didn't go. Like, I'm scared of the dentist. There's that anxiety. I don't know what they call it, dentist phobia or whatever. I mean, I don't want to be judgmental. I've had very traumatic experiences with dentists. Come to think of it, I remember one time after the dentist did everything, cleaned everything, waiting in the waiting room. And I think it was the solution they gave me afterwards. I was around maybe 10 or something. Got the solution, I spit out, and just the aftertaste was too much for me. So I'm sitting in the waiting room waiting for my mom to just like, leave and everything and get everybody out. And I puke. I puke in the waiting room. Just everywhere. Right? And everyone looks at me. There's like 2 or 3 people in the waiting room. My mom's over there talking to the receptionist. And I just said, "Mom, I puked." I remember this distinctly. This is like a memory I'm known for in my family. Saying this, I said, "Mom, I puked." Like, there was still puke in my mouth, so it's hard for me to say it. And I think at this point she was thinking, no shit, and she basically grabbed me and after dying of embarrassment, dragged me to the bathroom and said, "Let's go." She cleaned me up and everything, and she obviously apologized profusely. Suffice to say, I don't think I ever went back to that dentist. I think after peeking in the waiting room, I don't think we went back to that dentist. So I have, and I mentioned this in my previous videos, when there is a traumatic event that happens, you can develop a phobia. I've mentioned this many times. To that event, like for me, my dentist phobia, it's like I've grown up out of it because for a long period of time I didn't go to the dentist until I realized I really needed to. So then I did, and then I realized it wasn't that bad. I got a good relationship with her. I got a good rapport with her. I said, "Okay, I'm telling you, I'm scared of the dentist. Can you calm down? I'm gonna just try to be in my calm place." You know what I mean? She was very understanding. And I was supposed to go in the last month for my. I go every 6 months or 4 months. You know how like they say. I just didn't want to go this month or last month because let's be honest. Let's be honest here. This is something I'm probably not going to admit to a lot of people. And I'm admitting it to everyone on YouTube, including this person who knows who he is. Someone who was very close to me and is still alive, has decided to, you know what? No, this is wrong. I know this is something. This is a video I might want to make private. Not this one, but the one where I want to discuss this. Just to get it off my chest. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that because I gotta respect privacy. Not only my privacy, also the privacy of people I've named. That's why I always try to keep the names vague. What am I saying? Okay. So let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about anything else we talked about. Anything else discussed in the video. What was she talking about? The Indian lady grading your exposures and oh yeah, there's one thing I just want to randomly say. I had nothing to do with anything. The picture they showed of the spider wasn't a spider. That was a goddamn tarantula. If you saw it, it was like a tarantula. Spider's like small. Like maybe this big. This was a freaking tarantula they were showing. And it was so funny. They're like, to get over your fears of spiders, and they show this scary ass tarantula. Like, first start by imagining pictures of spiders, and I'm like, I mean, I get it. This thing is, tarantulas. Everyone's scared of tarantulas, right? Everyone's scared of those big ass things. Are you serious? Spiders is more of a phobia. The difference between a legitimate fear and a phobia is a legitimate fear is most people are scared of that. There's like death, or spiders. Most people are to a certain extent like, a phobia is where it's blown out of proportion. It goes sky high, your anxiety, your fear. It goes above and beyond what is expected of you in terms of a healthy response to a stimulus. So, for example, if you see a tarantula and you I don't know, run away or get a big book and smash it. Okay, that's fear reaching subclinical levels. Okay, You might have some bad dreams about insects later, and then you might and then you might feel that feeling you feel where, like, if you look at an insect, you feel an insect crawling all over you. We're reaching subclinical. At the same time, though, don't worry too much. I think with a bit of relaxing exercises, that type of phobia will be corrected. It's when you say to yourself, "Oh my goodness, I can't be in specific bathrooms because I saw a spider there once," or I can't, be around in certain parks or any parks because there's spiders, or I can't even wear like a shirt that has a spider on it. I can't watch TV shows that have spiders on it. I'm scared shitless of Spider-Man. You understand what I mean? No judgments. These are real phobias. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared of food. Not like, through exposures every day, I deal with it. And I'm not trying to say this to belittle this or make fun of people. This is real stuff that's happened to people. It's real phobias. So that's what it means. Like, if you're literally scared of spiders to that extent where you wouldn't, you would avoid bathrooms, you would avoid the movie Spider-Man. That's a phobia that needs to be worked on through exposure therapy. That's reaching clinical levels. If not, these clinical levels that requires the physician, a doctor, some sort of mental work, and perhaps physical work, because our exercise works wonders on your mental health, to help you reduce your anxiety. All right, I don't think I have much else to say. Just think here. What else did they talk? Oh yeah, the other guy was talking about. I'm gonna finish the video tomorrow. Hopefully, I intend to. Inshallah, as Muslims say, God willing. The thing is, I don't know where he was going with this video. Like, what was he trying to say? Was he trying to say he has social anxiety? Because at first I thought it was a driving phobia video. I'm gonna be honest, because he was just showing himself driving. And he looked really, really nervous when he was driving. So I don't know if it was a driving phobia video. I was listening to it and I was like, no, my friend, his name's F. He has, let's say my friend F has social anxiety. I'm like, are you trying to just refer to yourself and just don't want to? Or do you really have a friend whose first name begins with F, or you're describing as F, who has social anxiety? I was just a bit, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through the whole video tomorrow. I'm going to play it for you guys, inshallah, because I want to know what exactly he's talking about. And one last thing I want to talk about, I've already repeated myself, which is very important. There's a lot of videos on YouTube for people who are struggling with specific phobias. Really. And if you just take one of the specific phobias and replace your phobia for it, you will find a lot of help in the YouTube video sections. I don't know about the comments, just watch the videos. Watch the videos and learn a lot. And if you don't learn a lot from videos, there's a book as I mentioned. It's called the OCD Workbook. It's called the OCD Workbook. There's other books I also highly recommend that I've heard about, and they're also good. There's Mind Over Mood, right? And there's the Social Anxiety Workbook. Those are also good too. Mind Over Mood, I was recommended in my outpatient therapy. They recommended it highly, highly, highly. I haven't read it. It's definitely a book I want to, at least be exposed to, and at least learn the gist of it. I just don't have time to read anymore. I'm trying to get more into reading. And of course, the Social Anxiety Workbook is tailored specifically to people who have trouble getting out of their homes and being in like informal situations, or in being like, what's it like how's that word? Being glared upon, or like being paid attention to. I hate being paid attention to, because I kind of have to tell myself to think, no, this person is not, thinking about your fault or judging you for how you act or anything like that. They're often in their own world doing their own things. They really don't care that much about you or what you do. So that helps with social anxiety. That workbook. All right, signed it here. So we're from a 10, and it stayed at a 10. And I think it's going to stay at a 10 for the rest of my life, until I tackle the twin devils of pierogies and parathas. Until I eat a pierogi and a paratha, I don't think I'll ever get zeros. Yeah, I might. At the same time, that's not, as I said, you can live without eating pierogies and parathas. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. Same thing as always, for example, if you have a bee phobia and you work as like air conditioner repairman, and you're walking around places where there's always bees, right? Especially in your air conditioners, you're gonna have to deal with that bee phobia, big time. So thank God I have a phobia that's specific enough for me to not have it be so specific, right? I also recommend, like, I've heard gratitude helps a lot. Like keeping like just every day trying to at least, you know, say the word gratitude so you can start thinking about ways to be more grateful of things. That you could that you should be grateful for. Does that make sense? You should try to have, they're called gratitude lists. For me, I go on Reddit. There's a gratitude subreddit. If no one knows what Reddit is, just Google Reddit. It's like a big message board where everybody basically, it's called the front page of the internet. It's like a big message board everyone can basically talk to each other with. And there's different specific things, headings, you know, people have anxiety, they have random things here, there. You'll find a Reddit for you. One of the Reddits I guess they're called subreddits. One of the subreddits I'm subscribed to is gratitude. So every day there's posts of people saying, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. And I've heard being grateful does help your psychology, your mental health, because I've just found that people who are grateful probably are more patient because they realize they're not going to get everything they want. And it's also, they're more like intelligent because of their patience. Because, you know, the more intelligent you are, the more patient you are. And so that's why I think they're also intelligent. I could be biased though, because I'm coming from the worldview of Islam that, you know, God says in the Quran, if you are grateful, I will increase you. So I'm also looking at it from that point of view. I try to be grateful also because I want increase from God. I want God to, you know, give me a good life, cure of the phobia, being a good Muslim. Those are good. And having happy, you know, my family being happy. So, goodness, I look so skinny. Did I start losing weight? Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm just ranting now. Alright, so I went from a 10 to a 10. And remember, guys, stay with it.